I think it's critical, especially in a time when we're facing a hostile Supreme Court and a right-wing, gun lobby. We have to pass this bill here in California, this and other things as well. And as was mentioned, we need to do a whole suite of legislation, but also to make sure we enact those bills and that those are enforced and they are applied in our communities. I think that's another important piece of all of this because we can lead the way in California, but it starts with the work that we've been doing here as well as the concealed carry permit bill.
We do. We act. We push. We will not accept the unacceptable, and we will do everything in our power that's constitutionally compliant to protect the safety, health, and welfare of our children, of our families, of our communities throughout the state. That's what we're doing here today.
I will be signing this legislation. I don't think that, I know that. So you can ask me how, I just do. It's just going to happen because of the folks behind me.
My daughter, Lorna Clark, died in 1988 at age 19 after she was shot and killed by her boyfriend in Chico, California. She moved to Chico, but she never got to attend a single class. She never got to have a family. She never got to reach for her dreams. Her life was senselessly cut short by a gun. It's up to us to stand up to the gun industry that floods our communities with guns and puts their profits before our safety. We need to do everything we can to ensure that hidden weapons are kept out of sensitive places where guns don't belong.
The county's going to be working a shooting. We've been informed Gabrielle Giffords is involved.
My husband runs Giffords, right? And he was Gabby's legislative director when she was shot, and she was a politician doing a community event one day, and her life was changed as well as those obviously who were killed at that event. That changed my husband's life. It changed everyone around her's life. So it's definitely something that's near and dear to our heart. I think when we became parents, we have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old, it became a different calculation, right? It became an emotional thing. When my daughter in TK came home talking about the lockdown drills in case something scary happened at school, why are our children living this way? And when I think about the fact that, particularly in communities of color, gun violence has plagued our communities day in and day out, and politicians have turned a blind eye to those communities, it is not okay. And I view it as a moral responsibility that we take action. That's why I've been a big supporter of CalVIP and all the legislation that we're doing. That's why we founded a gun violence prevention working group here with me and my colleagues and others, because if not us, then who? It is our number one job, in my opinion, as a legislator, to keep our communities safe, particularly our children. And if we're not doing that, then we are failing and we deserve to be kicked out of office. So I view it as my moral authority, my political duty, and as a mom, it's the most important thing I can do for my kids.